Are you a perfectionist? Someone who wants everything to line up before you get there? For many, being perfect is the mantra, the way to success. But is perfectionism really required? Hi everyone, I'm Kavita Dhillon. Thank you once again for tuning in. Today, I will be talking about perfectionism. Do you really need it? I admit that in certain areas of my life, I'm a perfectionist. But that leads to procrastination and overthinking, which in turn cripples the results because there are delayed actions or no actions at all. I also believe that one needs to understand that the world does not work according to your plans. One problem with being perfect is that you go out of your way to find a problem, which can be harmful. Sure, there are areas which manifest perfection. I wouldn't recommend a surgeon doing only 80% of his job while doing an operation. But in other areas, it is not so. So just let it go out there. People who have a propensity for perfectionism often do not just try to do a good and error-free job, rather they want to finish the task immaculately. Theoretically, this would mean that the results are impeccable. However, the difficulty is to recognize that at one point of time, it is ineffective to strive for perfection. This could be because the task cannot be improved any further, or maybe because of the time constraint. People who have an eye for detail often put in too much of effort to finish a project that could have been done with less effort and in less time. This can very well be explained with the Pareto principle, which says that 80% of the task is realized with only 20% of the effort, whereas the remaining 20% of the task is the one which takes most of the effort. When looking for perfection within ourselves, it becomes a pressure through which we limit our own resources and drain our own energy, with the risk of exhausting ourselves. So even if you're following perfectionism, there are certain things that you need to keep in mind. And the first one is, do not let perfection lead to anxiety. Perfection obviously has its own benefits. Always striving to be better, improved results and efficiency. But doesn't all this also have a tipping point? There are people for whom perfectionism is just the way to go. They become anxious and start micromanaging things. This is something that in fact hampers their growth. The second thing that one needs to remember is to be experimental. One expects perfection in the field they believe they excel in. This limits them from trying something new. Something new, something fresh that will take them closer to the dream is not even given a thought at all. Dealing with imperfections on the way to achieve ultimate goal is what the success journey is all about. And in fact, new methods are sidelined in comparison to the old tried and tested ones. The third thing is to set the right benchmark. Setting standards for yourself is a great way to start something. But in a race to perfection, are we not demeaning our own self-efforts? Pushing yourself to do something impossible is self-demeaning and damages our self-esteem. Fourth is to know the dividing line. Believing in yourself is great. Setting standards for yourself is also great. But there is a thin line between doing something right and obsessing over doing something. Don't let your perfection become your obsession. Obsession of any kind is unhealthy. Are you still stuck in this kind of a mindset? Then make a decision and move on. Think progress, not perfection. Remember, 80% of the task done is good enough for the results to show. Take feedback, do corrections, and continue to improve and innovate. Follow the Kaizen approach, an approach that creates continuous improvement based on the idea that small, positive, ongoing changes can result in significant improvement. Aiming perfection is a healthy mindset, leading to a better life and clear thinking. But we have to accept the fact that we are imperfect beings based on human nature. Committing mistakes in our lives is normal. We are here to accept each other's imperfections and differences and move on in life. That is why I would stress again, think progress and not perfection. That is all for today. Signing off until my next video. Thank you very much.